Hi everyone, my name is Krista Soria and I'm an instructor for the Leadership minor at the University of Minnesota. Today I'll be delivering a very brief presentation for you about writing tips for your personal leadership in the university class. Today I'll be discussing how to format your papers, including considerations for font, spacing, the margins of your paper, and then cover pages or how to write your names on your paper, documentation styles for academic disciplines, and then a quick conversation about some common writing errors that I often encounter in students' writing. I am a writing instructor at several different universities. I've taught writing classes since 2006, and so I tend to geek out. I tend to be kind of a nerd about writing. So excuse my enthusiasm in advance. So one thing that I geek out about quite a bit is font style. So there's two types of fonts, either serif or sans serif fonts. Serif fonts have little feet at the bottom of the letters. So for example, if you look at the N or the R in New and Roman, you'll see little feet at both the tops and the bottoms of those letters. Those feet act in such a way that they connect the letters to the words, to the sentences, to the paragraphs, to the page. And what that means is that because everything is connected, the reader has a reading experience that is a little bit faster than if they were to read using a sans serif font. It's highly recommended that you always use a 12-point serif font when you're writing academic documents, and examples include Times New Roman, Garamond, or Cambria. Sans serif fonts, and sans means without serif, so some examples are Arial and Calibri. Those are great for online electronic correspondence. You'll notice, for example, that in your Google email account, the automatic default is a sans serif font, and most websites also use a sans serif font as well. Typically speaking, if you're going to write a document that would be printed like an academic paper, you should use a serif font. If you're going to write emails or develop websites, you would use a sans serif font. The automatic default in Microsoft Word is a sans serif font. So for many of you, when you get the program and install it for the first time, this is essentially what you'll see. You'll see a Calibri 11-point font. I highly recommend that you take the time to change the default. So under font is a little arrow, and it'll ask you to select a font, and I've recommended Times New Roman. So choose the font and the size. And then in the lower left-hand corner, you'll see there's a little tab that says Set as Default. Click on that and then choose, whether you want to set the default to the document or all documents based on your template. And you'll choose that for all documents. That way, all documents moving forward will incorporate that Times New Roman font. And I've already got that set, and so I have to go in and kind of manually show you how to do it. So again, change your default to Times New Roman 12-point font. And that way, every time you open up a new Microsoft Word document, that will be there, and you won't have to take the extra step of changing your document. So that's great. So the second topic that I want to discuss is document spacing and your margins. Again, Microsoft Word has this crazy default, and that default, when you first open it up, is that they typically will have something like the spacing before your paragraphs will be 0 and after will be 10. Your line spacing is usually set at something like multiple 1.5. So when you get your documents, they end up looking a little bit like this, and most students will just assume that that's expected. But what we actually prefer in academia is 0 spacing before and after your paragraphs and double spaced lines. And again, like you can set the default with your font, you can set your default with your paragraph settings. So just select, set as default, and that will make that change for you. And again, because I already have that and I made that change, I'm going to have to go in and do it manually, and there we go. So this is essentially what your documents should look like when you are submitting them for any academic paper, pretty much by and large. It's also important that you take the time to change your margins. So for many students, they might change their margins, and it's pretty apparent because we get these documents electronically. It's pretty apparent to most instructors when students try to change the margins to sort of elongate a paper or maybe even shorten a paper. So if we ask for a 1 to 2 page paper, and maybe students have written, 3/4 of a page, they might go in and change the margins to elongate that text to be a little bit over 1 page. But what we would recommend is 1-inch margins all around your paper, so top, bottom, left, and right. So be sure to change that. And I will often, because we receive these papers electronically, I will often go in and change the margins for all my students just to ensure that they hit the required page number on their own without having to manipulate either the font size or style, spacing, or margins. So be on the lookout for that because we do know how to do that as instructors. The next topic that I want to discuss is documentation styles. There are 3 primary documentation styles utilized in higher education, and those are APA, the American Psychological Association style, MLA, the Modern Languages Association style, and then Chicago style. Some disciplines like journalism will also use AP style, but in most forms of classes or in most academic disciplines, it's either usually APA or MLA. APA tends to be used in the fields of education, business, and psychology, sometimes sociology as well. And MLA tends to be used in fields like English and history and other academic disciplines. We care sort of less about what style you choose and more that when you select a style to sort of document your paper in, that you be consistent with that style all the way through. So some instructors are better at some types of documentation styles than others, but I think for most of us it's pretty apparent when a student is not being consistent in that documentation standard. I was very intentional about using owls in this presentation for 2 reasons. 1, owls are absolutely my spirit animal, and 2, a really great writing resource is the OWL at Purdue. And OWL stands for the Online Writing Lab at Purdue. It's very easy to locate OWL. If you just go online and you type in OWL Purdue, you will find the Online Writing Lab, and you'll get some pretty quick links to APA and MLA as well. They've also got just general recommendations for how to become a better writer, so that's quite lovely. But when you're looking at these websites, for example, they've got a lot of example pages that you can use. So what I'm looking at right now is an example of a very effective cover page, a correctly formatted cover page using APA style, and it's got its own unique style and context. And if we were to go over to, let's say, MLA, I'm just going to hit the back button to go over to MLA. We would see some general formatting and styles there as well. So you can see here, this is how an MLA paper should be formatted. No matter what style you choose, APA or MLA are going to be the 2 primary styles used by most students. It's important that you write your name on your paper. Even though we receive everything electronically, we still need your name on your paper so that we will remember that it's yours and we'll be able to grade you correctly. So names, titles, dates of submission, those are all lovely details to include on your papers. So we recommend that you consult OWL for either MLA or APA documentation style. They've got all sorts of great information, not only about how to create a references page. In an MLA, that's called a works cited page. So how to format different types of resources like books and articles, but then also how to cite these things in text as well, because each style is a little unique. For example, in MLA, just the last name and then the page number is acceptable. In APA, if I can find something really quickly, in APA we would require and I'm not finding it, of course, right away, so that's awesome. In APA, we would require the last name or names of the authors, and then we would also require the page number as well. So let me see if I can just quickly, okay, I'm getting completely lost online right now. My apologies. I'm sure if I were to go to formatting and style guide, there we go. Okay, so in-text citations, for example, would include, as I mentioned previously, the author, but then also the year of publication, and then also then the page number as well. So just be consistent within those documentation styles. That's essentially what we request from students. It's important, again, no matter what documentation style that you use, that you cite your sources, that you use page numbers when you're going to cite a direct quotation, and that you also incorporate reference pages as well throughout your entire document. And next, I'm going to talk very briefly about some common writing errors that I will typically encounter from my students. One very frequently used writing error is ending a sentence in a preposition. We care sort of less about grammar in this particular class, but we do put a lot of emphasis on if you're experiencing some major sort of catastrophic grammatical challenges in your documents and it impedes comprehension for your reader, that's when we start to care. In other words, sure, you end the sentence in a preposition, once or twice, that's okay. But if you do this repeatedly, it becomes really difficult for your reader to understand what it is you're actually saying. Because in this instance, prepositions are not only my personal pet peeve at the end of a sentence, but they're connecting words. They serve a specific purpose. And so when you end in a preposition, I'm expecting more words. And when I don't see those words, my comprehension is really limited. The same is also true with indefinite pronouns, but let me talk for just one more quick second about prepositions. If you're not sure what a preposition is, there's a really fun video online. If you Google prepositions Schoolhouse Rock, you'll be directed to the video, Schoolhouse Rock, and they will give you, and here's the video right here, just to quickly show it to you. They'll give you some really great examples of prepositions, but because they're connecting words, the idea with prepositions is that you need to end it with more words. There's missing words, right? And so beyond just sort of being my pet peeve, ending a sentence in a preposition means that you're leaving out crucial information for your reader. And again, that's when we start to care, right? Is when we can no longer comprehend what it is that you're attempting to convey to us in your writing. Then we really care. Indefinite pronouns are another example. And that these are moments where in your writing, we're no longer sure what it is that you're sort of conveying to us in terms of the specific nouns that you're referencing. So let me give you a really great example. While prepositions at the end of sentences are problematic, indefinite pronouns at the beginning of sentences are problematic. Here's an example that happened in my personal life. I sent a text to my partner one day, and the text read, Charlie, and Charlie is my cute little dog, but it read, let me zoom in a little bit here so you can see this more clearly. My text read, Charlie barfed in the hallway. Can you pick up some carpet cleaner? I'm sorry, I already made my mistake. I wrote, Charlie barfed. Can you pick up some carpet cleaner? It's in the hallway. And that was my sentence. And my partner wrote back, if the carpet cleaner is in the hallway, why do I need to pick it up? So what was challenging is that this pronoun, the it's, right? It was indefinite. It wasn't clear what I was talking about here. Was it Charlie's barf or was it the carpet cleaner? Completely unknown, right? And so that's a really good example of, maybe a terrible example, but that's an example of the use of an indefinite pronoun. Typically speaking, if you start a sentence with this, it's, they, these, something like this, right? These are just even it, the regular it. These are indefinite pronouns, and so very often your reader doesn't understand what it is that you're attempting to write, and they need more information. So if I had written, Charlie barfed, can you pick up some carpet cleaner? The barf is in the hallway. That makes a little bit more sense for your reader. And then, at this case, my partner would know I still need you to pick up some carpet cleaner and Charlie's barf is in the hallway, right? So I hope that makes sense for you all in terms of indefinite pronouns. You can Google them to get a little bit more information, more examples as well. Another common writing error that I often find from my students is when they miss introductions and conclusions to their papers. Not every paper is designed such that you need to have a thesis, but you should still provide an introduction. Something along the lines of, The purpose of this paper is to, right? Something like that. That way you're providing a roadmap or a guide for your readers to enhance their comprehension. And then finally, I find that a lot of students tend to miss some headers or some organizers in their text. I'll show you an example of an APA formatted paper. It's a little lengthy, but I've organized this paper using headers to differentiate the different sections of my paper. So one section of my paper is the conceptual framework. I have my methods, my participants, the instrument that I used in my research, my dependent measures, and so on. And headers are really great to break up your text. So if we're asking you some prompt questions, or if we have a lot of questions in your papers in terms of the assignments, it might be really useful to organize your paper according to those different headers. So that gives us a clue as to when you're responding to a prompt or to a specific question. The last thing that I would add here is verb choice. And the one verb that, and you know, it's a pet peeve thing, I will admit that, but it's also it's just a terrible non-descriptive verb. I'm going to write, don't use do. The verb do, did, done, it's the most non-descriptive verb. If I were to say to you, oh, I did that yesterday, you have no idea what it is that I actually did, right? Maybe I jumped on a trampoline. Maybe I went for a bike ride. Maybe I cleaned up my dog's barf. Who knows, right? But I would really recommend that you avoid the verb do in your writing because, again, it's a very nondescript verb and it's sort of overused in the English language as a catch-all, much like we are prone to use indefinite pronouns as catch-alls as well. I have a couple of final writing tips for you that I would like to discuss. One writing tip that I have is to find a writing buddy in class. I always tell my students that I think one of the reasons that I was really a successful student in my undergraduate career is that I ended up double majoring with a student who we had, and it was a small school that I attended, but we ended up having like every class together. So we always connected and we always shared our papers. We talked about our classes, we shared our papers with each other, we discussed assignments. But it's lovely to have an academic buddy, a writing buddy. You can even have groups of 3 or 4 writing buddies. We tend to think of our academics in very competitive or individualistic terms. I'm not asking that you have people write your papers for you. That's something completely different. What I'm asking is that you have somebody else read your paper for comprehension before you submit it for grading. And a writing pal is great because your friends in class and hopefully members of your developing communities in class know the context of the course. They know what we talk about when we say, you have a one-to-one with a peer and we'd like you to reflect on it. They understand that context. And so it's lovely to have somebody in class help review your papers before you submit them. It's also great to use the Writing Center at the University of Minnesota. This is a recommendation that I have for all students. I'll show you that Writing Center in just a moment. My final recommendation to improve your writing is to read your paper aloud. I tend to sometimes read my paper to my dog, Charlie, and then he barfs after listening to it. But, you know, I like to read my papers aloud to some type of audience so that I know if I'm writing in such a way to enhance the reader's comprehension or maybe detract from the reader's comprehension. It's also a great way to know if you've made some grammatical mistakes in your writing, or maybe if you've written things that are repetitive that you might not catch right away, because when we're writing, we tend to get really absorbed in the process and we're not able to sort of get on the balcony and have that 10,000-foot perspective of the entirety of our document. What I wanted to show you with the Writing Center is how to locate it. So I'm just going to go to the University of Minnesota website and I'm going to type in Writing Center. The Writing Center, and there's a couple of places that you can go, but the Department of Writing Studies or the Smart Learning Commons are excellent resources for you. The Smart Learning Commons, they've got locations in several different places across campus. So that's quite, I think, quite lovely for students. And then if you haven't taken a writing class, it could be something for you to consider doing on campus. There's a first-year writing program and other classes as well. So lots of steps that you can do to enhance your writing your writing abilities at the University of Minnesota. And if you look under first year writing and then under writing support at the Department of Writing Studies, you will also find the Center for Writing, in which they provide lots of great assistance, face-to-face or either online collaborative consultations to help students improve their writing. So lots of great resources at the University of Minnesota, including the classmates in your own class. That concludes this initial and very brief presentation about writing. If you have any questions, I encourage you to speak with your instructors to learn a little bit more how to improve writing for your own classes as well. Thanks so much. Have a great day.